Okay, good morning and welcome to everyone. We are live here in the present moment, and this is a wonderful moment. This is an opportunity for us to connect with our higher selves, we can say, our best selves, our wholesome state of mind. To connect with the present moment and support one another to practice in that way. I can see here in the Discord, Austin, CJ, Cassiana, Sonia, Elliot, Drew, Jake, Joel, Steve, Christina, and Vasilis. Hi, Vasilis. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and say hello, leave a comment. Let us know that you are here. We can begin to feel a lot of gratefulness and appreciation that we are here in the present moment, that our mind is somewhat healthy, our body and mind are somewhat healthy, that we have a opportunity to be here, even though there may be many difficulties and things going on in our lives. This moment is a time when our freedom is accessible to us. We can begin to take as our primary focus an enjoyment of our breathing and a noticing of our breathing happening here in the present moment. Although the conditions that are coming together right now seem to be in some way outside of us, the group call that we're in or the environment of our home that's good temperature. Actually, we want to take all of these outside conditions, what appear to be outside, as invitations to turn the mind around. So we start to look into and start to notice what's happening from the perspective of awareness itself. Rather than someone experiencing something. And as we begin to turn our attention and our mind around, can notice the state and the position that our body is in, and make sure that we are in a comfortable, stable position. And it can also help to be in an upright position, legs crossed, possibly. But this can help us to. One teacher I listened to recently, he said, when you're sitting in an upright, cross-legged position, it's like a supercharger for your mindfulness and for your practice. Whereas when we are laying in bed, it's maybe like a super reducer. Our mindfulness is easy to drift into a dreamlike state. But here, sitting upright in the present moment, noticing the state of our body, noticing the feeling of the breath as it enters in through our nose, flows down into our lungs, and flows out. As we are following the breath that flows in and flows out, we can breathe in such a way that each and every breath embodies this intention of healing, nourishing, taking care, and showing up to any suffering, any conflict, any self fixation that is inside of us. So that we are releasing, untangling, and offering out any quality of self attachment or any thing in us, idea, worry that feels like it has a quality of permanence, that it's somehow solid or fixed or unchanging. Some worry, some fear, some desire, some regret, some ideal that we have about our meditation practice. Breathing in such a way that we notice, look at, face that feeling, and we release it. We offer it out. Let's practice together this morning, this moment, to fully be here in the present moment, fully attend to and embrace whatever is there through our practice of sincerity and through the method of just sitting, just breathing, just being aware. If you at any time feel discouraged or easy to give up, you can look out. You can see that we are being supported by a community, and we can remember that this is exactly what we should to do right now. This is the healing. This is the taking care. This is the practice. Let's begin. mind is unstable or if we encounter difficulties to stay with the breathing, to feel um, invited by the breathing, to enjoy the breathing in our body, we can practice phrases of metta. May I be gentle. May I be free from suffering. May I be free from worry. May I be joyful and at peace. Breathing in such a way that we keep our heart, our awareness here in the present moment. And even though some difficult feelings or experiences may come up in the body or mind, mental or physical, we still coming back to our breathing and our present moment sincerity to attend and to caretake the heart, the breath, body, just breathing and aware. It is almost as if we are navigating the mind in a way where instead of getting lost or instead of sinking into a particular way of thinking or feeling, we are coming home, staying with our breathing and present moment. Rather than a journey of self fixation, desire, or fear, moment by moment journey of just breathing, just being aware, coming home to the present moment. important aspect of this practice is that we are giving ourselves permission to come home to the present moment. We are giving ourselves permission to not sink all into any particular state or way of thinking, way of being. It is not that these thoughts or kind of a self-fixated way of being doesn't arise, that it's not that it's not there, but we give ourselves this full permission to be aware of that and then to come home and to be home and to experience that and to take refuge in that. In practicing like this, it's important that we don't fall into a kind of sleepy, vague state, because we want to know about this present moment. We want to really be in relationship with it from our place of awareness and our place of strength and clarity. We can say to our suffering or our complicated kind of situation, "Hello, suffering. I know you are there. I see you. I'm here to take care." We can say to our suffering, "Hello, my suffering. I see you. I am not afraid of you. I am here for you. I am here to free you." We may give a lot of energy to the practice of breathing and following the breath, but we can also step back and allow that awareness to be there for the whole body. The breathing, just one aspect of what we are mindful of. You can also recognize the whole body sitting here, breathing and aware. There is a lot of power that the way of our breathing has to affect the quality of the mind and to affect our practice. So if you find that it's very difficult for you to tune in, so to speak, and to stay with the breathing, you can try to adjust your way of breathing to breathe more deeply and breathe in such a way that does get you involved and experiment with that. We are easy to allow the mind and our energy and our focus to be spent doing a lot of different kinds of things that don't really serve us. So don't be shy to use that energy or that attention of the mind to do something that does serve you, that does gather you, collect you, ground you, following your breathing deeply, wholeheartedly. Embrace the mess. Embrace the friction. Embrace the complicatedness. Don't shy away from it because it is see-through. It is not solid. It is not permanent. It is not real. Breathe and smile. Healing is happening all the time. Whatever that breathing is, noticing, aware of in the present, heal, to nurture, to take care, flow through, untangle, right in the here and the now. We have enough in the here and the now to nourish us. Whatever is here in the now, we can be gentle with that, can be soft with that. We can see through it. And we don't need to be looking for this background radiation of our life. It's all in the here and the now. And with each moment of mindfulness, we are to contact that, to face that, to be with that. We know the mind is getting involved with any kind of looking out, seeking out, trying to grasp from out. Turn the mind around and offer out. We release the grasping and practice to share out. Widen out, brighten out. Offer our awareness out. So memories, thoughts, some more complicated than others, may arise as we return to the breathing. There is a recognition of the present moment, that there is no need to be burdened or involved in any way with complicated thoughts as they relate to the past or the future, but rather that the present moment is enough. It's the releasing of grasping that allows our meditation to take place, not the grasping on a method or a state, certain kind of experience, but it is the releasing itself and the offering out itself that is our practice. The breath or our object of mindfulness is just a means of offering out, releasing out, sharing out, blessing out. And to know quite deeply that this capacity to give away and to offer out our self-fixation is based here in the present moment. And there is so much to enjoy. Even in the midst of the pain or the difficulty, it can be a place where our wisdom arises and our freedom to offer out and to release arises rather than our stuckness. We can practice to notice and be aware of what's happening right now from our position of direct experiencing. We may find that this present moment experience is free of a fixed self entity, or at least it's not as clear as when we are watching a movie or when we are um, hyperly involved in our desire or our fear. There's some kind of rapid grasping and tension, but that at this moment, looking at our direct experience, there are perhaps sights or sounds or smells or sensations in the body. Maybe a thought comes up, but that it's not immediately clear that there is some kind of fixed version of ourselves that exists outside of this present moment experiencing. We can notice that. We can kind of, with a sense of curiosity, look to our smelling, look to our feeling of the breathing, where it, what's been worried, I've been anxious, I've got these things going on, but where is that I that's got all this going on in the present moment experiencing? Is it in the breathing? Do you see it there? Is it in the smelling? Is that big ball of I, of good and bad, higher and lower? Is it there in the feeling of maybe some sensation or pain in the leg? And from this position of an opening and an unfolding, the breathing and the present moment experiencing can be very enjoyable and quite interesting and sweet, because there is this natural sense of exploration and curiosity about what is this? We may also look from this place of our present moment experiencing to see if there's something that appears to be permanent. Is there something that is not changing, especially in terms of our body or the mind, mental experiences? And we don't get it. We're not here to, we're not getting an answer for this or kind of putting it into our calculator. But is there anything that appears to be permanent, unchanging? This curiosity has a lot of authenticity to it. And we can work with our curiosity even if there is a painful experience or any kind of experience. We don't just become to sink into it or to fall into it or rely on it, because the curiosity itself, the noticing itself, is very alive, is very active. Do we find at this moment, is there anything that is ultimately satisfying to us? Is our maybe a sensation or pain in the body? Is that moment by moment satisfying us? Is the present moment sensations of breathing satisfying us? Is it satiating this feeling of want or need? If it isn't ultimately satisfying us, if it isn't ultimately satisfying our thirst, maybe enjoyable, maybe interesting, maybe nice, but if it's not ultimately taking care of the problem, is there any need to grasp onto it? Is there any need to hold on to something that doesn't ultimately satiate our thirst? Just sitting here, just breathing, just aware. So, yesterday we finished our practice with uh, repentance, kind of a repentance prayer. Um, and we will do that again today. And so this repentance prayer is also a kind of to ask for forgiveness and to really refresh and restart um, our mindfulness from a place where we are not relying on the grasping onto things being a particular way or ourselves being a particular way, but rather to recognize the twisted, self involved, fixated, grasping situation that we are often perpetuating, and to atone for that, and to release that, and to offer that out. So, this um, prayer or this tool, repentance tool, says, all my ancient twisted karma. So, all my, kind of cause and effect, my self involved actions throughout beginningless time, um, coming from our greed, hate, and delusion, and born of actions of body, speech, and mind, I now fully atone, which is also to say, I now fully release, I now fully offer out, I now fully forgive. Okay? And so we'll do this repentance prayer together. And then I'll offer a few words of loving kindness, and we'll finish our meditation practice like that, okay? So we can all bring our hands together, and you have the text in front of you. You can try to chant along, and it's also okay if you just listen, whatever's most comfortable for you. I find it very enjoyable to chant in this way, so welcome to try with me. twisted karma from beginningless greed, hate, and delusion, born of body, speech, and mind. I now fully atone. All my ancient twisted karma from beginningless greed, hate, and delusion, born of body, speech, and mind, I now fully atone. All my ancient twisted karma from beginningless greed, hate, and delusion, born of body, speech, and mind, I now fully atone. May all of our actions taken from a place of desire, delusion, anger, or greed, all actions based on our self-attachment and grasping, may they be brought up, and may we ask for forgiveness from all beings in all directions. May we be free, purified, and untangled from our false view of a self, from our false view of something being permanent, and from our false view of any mental or physical formation being able to fully satisfy us. May these false views, our negative karmas, attachments, be released, purified, offered out. May we be happy, free from suffering, and may we be supported to continue on this path by all beings. May it be so, may it be so, may it truly be so. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, thank you all so much for being here. Let's continue supporting one another on the path with our presence and with our dedication to continue, even as difficulties come up. Okay? Take care, everyone, and see you hopefully at 5 p.m. California time for our Buddhist book club, okay? Take care.